Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's AJ over at Kaiju Live, and I just wanted to say, welcome back, Kaiju Live family. It's 2022, and thank you so much for tuning in. But if you're new here, we're fellow collectors turned small retail shop, but this is where it all began here on YouTube with our live auction show, which if you're interested, you can follow in on most Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss an update. And if that isn't enough, you can always follow us across our socials for the latest pre-orders, shipping updates, and most things Kaiju related. Which, speaking of, let's dive into it. Today we have the Star Ace 32cm soft vinyl Rhedosaurus, and this is the Color Deluxe version. This is also available monochrome, but since I already have a sea of gray when it comes to Godzilla figures, I personally wanted some more color to my collection. But enough about that, let's finally get this bad boy open. One of the things that I really like is he's now coming to plastic housing as opposed to tie wraps, which is a little bit more convenient. And here it is. Look at the detail on this beast. The colors, the sculpt. What I really like is this looks very similar, or at least inspired by the original poster in terms of the pose that they chose. And we got the tail insert that we'll have to put in there. But yeah, the textures on his underbelly, just fantastic. And if Dad was here, you know exactly what he'd be saying right now.
Lifeless eyes, black eyes like a doll's eye.
Messing around with the camera here a little bit. Shout outs to Dave. Thank you so much, man. Trying to get play around with some of the manual zooms here and whatnot. I think it worked out all right. But all right, let's move on to the tail. Both of these came in the plastic, so just slip those right off. Apparently, struggling with that because, why not? So let's finally get this off. Here we go. And man, that tail look familiar? I don't know. But just look at the sculpt details on this. This is one of the crispest vinyl figures I've seen recently. All right, let's move on to what makes this the deluxe, and this is the poly resin base that it came with. So it comes in this nice little cardboard packaging with styrofoam inserts. So, a little tug here and there, comes right out. So obviously, if you got the standard editions, this was not part of it. This was only part of the deluxe, and then the monochrome one has a monochrome paint app. So let's get this out. Here we go. Ooh, look at this thing. So if you're not familiar with this line, it's part of the Ray Harryhausen 100-year anniversary series, which you can see on the logo. Already it features some of his iconic creatures from 1 million years BC, the seventh voyage of Sinbad, Jason the Argonauts, and now, of course, the beast from 20,000 Fathoms. So this car is wrecked. Telephone pole, absolutely love it. The paint app here is great. The details, what you expect from a poly resin diorama. So just, oh man, I absolutely love this thing. All right, so now here comes every vinyl collector's favorite part, getting these goddamn tails on. Can we get magnets on these figures already? Come on. But anyway, you know the drill. Heat it up, get it a little soft so you can finally get it in there. This did take me a little bit. You can several takes of this nonsense, but we finally get it in there, and that's just one of the knocks on vinyl figures in general. But look at this detail. It is just fantastic. Blown away. But now let's get to it. Here it is at 9.5 inches tall and about 20 inches long. This beast is absolutely incredible. Some pros and cons. Pros. This whole super vinyl series that they're promoting is the real deal. This is really kind of cutting it close to getting to that poly resin kind of statue detail. The detail here it's great. It's crisp. I haven't really been able to see any of that kind of mudding that happens on vinyl. It doesn't really seem to be apparent here. The paint app is phenomenal. I got really no negatives to say. If I have any negatives, there was, as much as I love this, I would have loved it to be a lighthouse. How do I do this? So let's side here. There's a reason, obviously being on Long Island, love the lighthouses. So this is also a little bit of an homage. I would have loved the lighthouse, but we didn't get that. And another weird knock, it's not a knock, but I don't get. I said this earlier. I don't understand why there's no edition size on here. There is a charity number. I don't know if that's counts. I don't know. Being someone that also collects statues from time to time, I'm just so used to the bases having the edition size. And maybe it's on the box here somewhere, but that's I knock it off. So after all that, does this get the UGX smack of approval? Yes. This is if you're an American Monster fan, giant monster fan, Kaiju fan, I highly recommend picking this up. We actually have a couple available still at kaijulive.shop if you want to support us over here. There's some polling in the X Plus groups for figure of the year. This gets my vote. This has also sparked a very interesting debate, and I just kind of mentioned it before. Is this Kaiju? So a couple friends and community members, we've been going back and forth. There's been a lot of crap talking, yada, yada, yada. And for me, it is. I mean, this is the one that started off the entire atomic monster thing. This predates Gojira by 14, 16 months. This came out in 1953. Gojira came out in 1954. And yeah, I mean, it's been on record that this was an inspiration for that movie as well. You can even, the fangs here also are kind of, 54 kind of has more of those two toothier fangs. And this also inspired, like, come on, this isn't Gorosaurus's tail. And then there's also, it didn't happen in the movie because of budget cuts, but there's also talks that he was supposed to breathe fire. So this is kind of the OG atomic monster, in my opinion. And, is it Kaiju? Yes. So let us know in the comments below. What do you think? Well, that about does it for this one. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please like and subscribe and be on the lookout for more content from Kaiju Live. And let's end this, as always, with toys spinning on turntables. Peace.